Hello, everybody. We are back. My name is Mark Rollins, bringing you this Major League Quidditch matchup between the Rochester Whiteout and the Washington Admirals here from the Veterans Memorial Field in Henrietta, New York. The Admirals and the Whiteout have split the first two games of this three-game set, with the Admirals taking the first and the Whiteout coming back and winning the second 135 to 110. We are getting ready for the action here in the third matchup as the players are getting their brooms. Just waiting for the starting lineups to line up at their respective ends of the field. We have the Admirals in blue and yellow uniforms and the Whiteout in their white and green. Rochester is at the line. As the officials ask if the teams are ready, we are ready to get underway. And here's the rush for the quaffle. It is picked up by Washington, but then immediately lost, and Rochester gets possession. Here's Ashkar with it, immediately going for the goal, but that is blocked at the hoop and recovered by Washington. Great defensive play by the keeper there. That's Dale Farnan. With it now is Ben Mertens. First time we've seen him in this matchup so far. He passed it to Sheridan, back to Mertens. Mertens looking for somebody to pass it to. Gets it over to Farnan. As
a reset is if you go across this line or the keeper's own line. So he crossed two lines, so that's a double reset.
All right, we've got a double reset there on Farnan. So crossing both the midfield line and the line behind the goals, so keeper's own line, in front of the goal. I almost had it. I was very close for pretty much just guessing what I was saying. Yeah, I was close. It was pretty close. So that'll be Rochester possession. Almquist with it. Gets it back to Ashkar. Ashkar taking things slow. Gets it back to Almquist. Almquist looking to pass it back to Ashkar. Can't connect on the pass. And that's recovered by Sheridan and Washington. So Sheridan with it.
8 seconds.
Here's Sheridan.
2, 1, go.
As Farnan leaves the penalty box after the double reset. Sheridan looking to break free. Passes it all the way across the field to Bear. Bear still with it. Giaroso trying to bring Bear down. Passes it over to Farnan. Farnan passes it to Sheridan. Sheridan on the inside. Gets it over to Mertens. Tries to find Farnan. Farnan can't handle it, but easily recovers it. Passes it over to Sheridan. Sheridan looking for something. Passes it over Farnan's head, but Farnan's able to recover. And that'll be Rochester possession. Giroso passes it over to Paupor. Paupor still with it. Gets it over to Almquist. Paupor over to Giaroso now. Giaroso looking for somebody, finds Paupor, throws it over his head, but Paupor is able to recover. Paupor passes it over to Giaroso now. Giaroso to Almquist. Almquist almost gets brought down, taps it out, and it's recovered by Washington. Sheridan picking it up. Sheridan running across the field now. Looking for someone to pass to or to break free from a defender. There's some kind of call incoming. I guess there was no call. So Sheridan passed it over to Bear. Bear finds Farnan. Farnan on the outside, about even with the hoops. Goes behind, pass it to Sheridan. Sheridan gets beat, and it's recovered by Rochester. Farnan was visibly upset after Sheridan was beat, threw his hands in the air in frustration. As almost the entire roster is replaced by Rochester. Lynn, Lombardi, Sandin, Michaels, all coming in as Ashker now leaves. Michaels with a deep pass to Lynn. What a connection. Lynn tries to throw it through the middle hoop, but misses. It's recovered by Farnan and Washington. We're still tied up at 0 here. About 4.5 minutes into this one. Farnan passes it over to Bear. Bear back to Farnan. Now into Trudeau, who drives towards the hoop, unable to make the goal. He passes it to Sheridan while on the ground. Sheridan looking to score and gets it through all the way over on my left, his right side. That's right at the 5-minute mark, and that's the first goal of the game. Washington now leading 10-0. Here's Rochester with it. It's a Tommy O'Connor. O'Connor looking for somebody. There was a whistle blown. That was an illegal swat of a bludger there by Julia Bear. Here's Tommy O'Connor. Gets it inside to Lynn. Lynn looking to score, but gets beat and loses it. It's recovered by Rochester, but Michaels lost it. There's now a fight on the ground for a ball. And Farnan able to recover. Farnan with it. Keeps control.
I got your time. You got 20 seconds.
Things calming down now. Another illegal swat, this time on the side of Rochester. That's Joe Lombardi out of Syracuse.
Julia, 5 seconds.
Trudeau passes it over to Sheridan.
3, 2, 1, go.
Sheridan lobs one up, gets it to Farnan, who scores. So that makes it 20-0. Washington out to an early 2-goal lead. Here's O'Connor with it. O'Connor gets over to Michaels. Michaels found Van Buren. who lost it, and it's now in the hands of Sheridan, who's going to have an easy score for Washington. That'll make it 30-0. No one even coming close to catching Sheridan on that one. Wide open lane, straight to the hoop. Sounds like I'm doing basketball again. So a 30-0 lead now for Washington.
I got it. Cody.
As we need a slight inflation break here. As we try to figure out the score here. It's 30-0 is the correct score. I was right in the first place. Waiting for play to resume here. As our inflation break is done. Just about 7 minutes into this one. And play resumes as Caleb Van Buren passes it over to Tommy O'Connor. O'Connor finding Gominiak. Gominiak now looking for somebody to pass to. Or will they take it inside and try to score themselves? Try to break their defender's ankles, but fall. Gominiak still with it. Throws it all the way back to O'Connor, who scores. First goal of the match for Rochester, 30-10 now. As Trudeau starts with it for the Admirals. So here is Trudeau passing it over to Bear. Bear on the outside. Gets it back to Trudeau. Trudeau charging towards the hoops. Able to maintain control. Tries to pass it over to Littleton. Littleton recovers it. It was on the ground. Back all the way over to Trudeau. The goal is no good. Just missed. And that'll be Rochester possession once again as the rain starts to fall here at the Veterans Memorial Field. Tommy O'Connor with it.
8.5.
O'Connor hands it off to Kiefer. Kiefer with a great play on the snitch in the last matchup. O'Connor recovers after a wild pass by Kiefer. Gets it back to Cody Kiefer. He goes to the goal, and it's good. That one went in, and all of a sudden Rochester only down by 10. That makes it 30-20. And the Admirals will take a timeout after back-to-back goals are scored by Rochester. Tyler Trudeau sounds none too happy with his team's performance in the last couple of minutes. He's very passionate. I got to give it to him. That Trudeau guy is very passionate. And we love passion here, folks. I always want a passionate athlete. Whiteout are preparing to take the field once again.
8:55. Time is 8:55.
So Washington now will start with possession after the goal. Trudeau with it. Rain still coming down a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. Trudeau trying to break free. No one directly in front of him, but good all-around team defense as he passes it over. On the inside, that's Littleton. Littleton missed the shot attempt, and it's recovered by Gominiak. Gominiak with a long pass. Kiefer couldn't handle it. If Kiefer was able to hold on, probably would have scored there as the middle post is down. That's picked back up by the official.
10 minutes and 10 seconds.
Score here still 30-20 as Trudeau has it. Pass it over to Heald. Heald defended closely, tries to get it all the way back to Littleton and does. What a hit there. Ooh, that was Gominiak with a solid hit. Wow. Use the old truck stick on that one. Here's Josh Anglem with it now. Gominiak immediately coming after the game clearly did their job on that one. And that was like watching a defensive back. Just lowered the shoulder, the guy was done. Here's Anglem. Pass it over to Giaroso. Oh, actually held on to it. I thought he handed it off to Giaroso. Never mind. Kiefer's got it now. Now passing it over to Giaroso. Back over to Kiefer. Picks it up one-handed off the ground. Goes for the hard goal, but it's blocked. What a play by Justin Cole there. Great save by Cole. Cole still handling it. Here's Cole. Trying to find somebody. Paupor keeps him honest. Makes Cole go all the way back. Cole passes it over to Heald. Very accurate pass there. Heald passing it all the way back to Rankin. Don't know what that was, but it is now Rochester possession. Kiefer going all the way to the hoop. Cole tried to bring him down. No one's bringing down that man. That'll tie up the score at 30. Kiefer was a runaway train on that one. Goal still counts, right?
Yeah. The SWAT was after.
Hey, 2-1.
Another illegal swat, that time on Josh Anglem. And Cody Kiefer comes out because apparently started bleeding, which I didn't know 18-wheelers could bleed because that's what he looked like after driving all the way to the hoop. Here's Cole with it. Cole, the North Carolina Tar Heel, gets brought down by Paupor, but was able to get the ball away. But it's Rochester possession. Here's Ashkar. Ashkar driving, passes it, and Giaroso scores. Back-to-back goals by Rochester. They now have a 40-30 lead.
You got 10 seconds.
Yes, he did. So here's Cole with it once again. Anglem leaves the penalty box.
12:30. Yeah, I got you.
So here with the easy goal is TJ Generet. No one in front of him. So that'll tie things up at 40 now. Generet just basically walked his way into the hoop there, but very easy goal. Here's Ashkar. Ashkar passes it over. That was Emily Hickmott, who had a hat trick in the first game. Here's Janaret again. Janaret slowing down. Taking his sweet time.
13:30.
Is Janaret still with it? Janaret trying to find somebody and tries to get it to Sheridan and is able to after the recovery by Sheridan. Sheridan gets brought down. Back to Janaret. What a play! That looked like an alley-oop. Janaret lobs it up to Sheridan. And very nice alley there. That'll make the score 50-40 Washington. Not to be outdone here are the Admirals. And we've got a Rochester timeout here after allowing that goal. As mentioned, the score now 50-40 in another back and forth matchup between these two teams.
14 flat.
I was halfway expecting to hear Trudeau yelling by now, but he's much more calm in this timeout. I would be too if I was the captain after my team scored back-to-back goals. They referring to themselves as the battle crabs, it sounded like there. Interesting. They instead of putting all their hands in a circle, they said claws up and turn their hands into claws. I've been told to just go with it because it's Quidditch, and I think that's the best advice. So here's Ashkar with it now. Ashkar crossing midfield. Ashkar looking for somebody. Trying to avoid the defense as well. Hickmott set a pick, and Ashkar gets tackled. That was a Janaret there, but he's able to get it over to Hickmott. Hickmott scores. Once again, Emily Hickmott, we've said her name a few times today. 3 goals in the first game, and that's her first of this one. So, wild shot there, but it's recovered by Janaret. Janaret looking for anybody, and it looks like Bear is able to recover it.
15 minutes.
Score, we are tied up at 50. Here's Cole. Cole drives, gets picked up by Hickmott, goes to the tackle but falls, and there's Ashkar with a hard hit. Ball comes out, it's recovered by Rochester. Great recovery there by Josh Anglem, getting on top of it as soon as it popped out of the hand. So here are the Rochester Whiteout. On a now rainy day here in Henrietta, New York. Ashkar with it. Game 3, we're all tied up. Here's Hickmott. Hickmott back to Ashkar. Looked like he motioned to Almquist and then passed it back to Hickmott. Hickmott deep pass to Ashkar. Tries to tip it out to Almquist, but Almquist wasn't there. Here's Sheridan now. A little miscommunication there by the Whiteout. Sheridan drives. He loses possession, and that'll be Rochester ball. Here's Almquist. After that brief miscommunication, gives it back to Ashkar. Ashkar has it knocked away. Ashkar dives to retain possession, and whistle is blown.
Time is 16:30. Time is 16:30.
We have a call of... There's a penalty, it appears. said 1 minute in the box. We've got Ashkar in the box for diving now. So that'll be Washington ball once again. Admirals looking to score here, break the tie. Go pass it inside to Bear. Bear gets it over to, that was Farnan. And thought they had a goal there for a second, but no good. Here's Cole with it once more.
25 seconds.
Cole looking for somebody. Pass it inside Sheridan. Sheridan goes for the goal, no good. And that'll be Rochester possession.
3 seconds. 2, 1, good.
Ashkar comes back into the game. With it now is Amanda Michaels. Michaels driving. Looking for somebody. Finds Lane. Linda Almquist back out. That's Van Buren. Van Buren gets brought down by Sheridan on a big tackle. Gets over to Lynn, who gets beat. And here's Trudeau with it. No one coming up on Trudeau. Makes an easy pass into Farnan. And Farnan misses. He had a wide open shot at the goal, but missed. So Lynn has it. Really quite concerning, actually, that Farnan missed that. He was about 5 feet, not even 5 feet, probably 3 feet away. No one standing in front of him. He just went off the post. Ball might have slipped a little bit. It is a little wet out there with the rain. But O'Connor has it now for the whiteout. Gets it over to Giaroso. Giaroso straight back to O'Connor as she gets beat. O'Connor tried to pass it, but there was nobody there. Almost recovered it himself, but Bear got there first. Bear now to Trudeau. Trudeau saying something to Bear. She runs away. She gets out of the game.
19 minutes!
We're at 19 minutes now. Score only 50 to 50.
Get the whiteout score. We're good. Never mind, we're good. It's still 50-50.
So low scoring affair here in this one. Only 5 goals apiece. As Trudeau passes it over, that's Heald. And Heald couldn't get there in time. Rolls out of bounds.
19:30.
We're at 19:30 now. 30 seconds away from the stoppage. Here's Tommy O'Connor. Rain coming down a little harder. O'Connor finally crossing midfield.
10, 9, 8. No? Don't bother? Yeah.
So here is Trudeau. We've got the 20-minute call. We've got one more play until the stoppage.
20 minutes!
Had 7 straight 20-minute calls from this side. Just making sure the officials can hear. Here's Heald. Back over to Trudeau. Now to Farnan. Be the last play before the stoppage. Gets it to Littleton. Littleton, big game last time. Almost gets brought down by Giaroso, but instead gets it over to Trudeau. Trudeau slowing things down. Trying to milk for as long as he can before they bring that snitch out. Pass it over to Farnan. And here's Heald. Heald gets it back to Trudeau. Trudeau. What a pass there to Farnan. Straight into the hoop. Great lead pass by Trudeau. That'll be a goal for The Admirals make it 60-50. Trudeau led the score beautifully on that one. Farnan walked right into it and had an easy place into the hoop. So that'll be the 20-minute stoppage, which means the snitch coming into play now.
Set score is 120.
The set score will be 120. First team to reach that will win this match and win this series. We are tied up at 1 apiece here in the third game of a 3-game matchup. Whiteboard's a little wet, making it hard to write the set score on, but I think they'll be able to figure it out. So the snitch was hardly in the game at all last time. Was grabbed almost immediately. It was Cody Kiefer made a great play on the snitch.
Set score is 120.
Rochester is going to try to capitalize once again on that snitch. It'll be Genera and Palpor coming in as the seeker. Seekers, I should
10
say.
seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Seekers released.
And the seekers are out. Genera and Palpor. Genera getting there first. This time not allowing the seeker to turn around. They call that a goal?
I think so. They whistled. Admirals or Rochester?
So I believe Rochester scored there, which would tie things up at 60. Yeah. So we're tied up at 60 apiece now. Palpor still fighting with the snitch, trying to grab that tail on the back of his shorts. And in terms of the quaffle, Littleton has it and pass it over to Cole. Now back to Littleton. Littleton over to Farnan. Farnan passing it on the inside, and Littleton blew it. Littleton was right next to the goal. All he had to do was place it in, but he was falling and went off the bottom of the hoop. So we're still tied up at 60 as Tommy O'Connor handles the quaffle. We got what appears to be a new seeker in. Cody Kiefer was going for the snitch. Tommy O'Connor still handling the quaffle. And here comes Kiefer again. Kiefer made the great play in the last game. Now Lynn has it. Lynn breaks his defender's ankles. That was Cole. Lynn looking to pass to somebody as Kiefer's still going for that snitch. Now the quaffle goes back to Lynn. Kiefer gets beat once again. And Tommy O'Connor gets the quaffle once more. He's getting brought down, tries to get over to Lynn, but it's recovered by Cole. As what appears to be nothing but pure chaos ensues on the field. And it was Dominiak able to grab the snitch. They're going to make sure it was clean. But if so, that'll be the second consecutive game where Rochester was able to capitalize.
Only yellow headbands. So people can change headbands throughout the course of the game.
Dominiak making a huge impact on this game. Had that massive hit earlier. Now it looks like they may have. Let's see. So that'll make the score 95-60. The catch was good. Gominiak with the catch there. As Washington immediately comes back with a quick goal. That was Littleton that time, going through the center hoop. That makes it 95-70.
24 minutes.
Rochester 3 goals away from winning this, the decisive matchup. Lynn with the quaffle. Looking to pass. Gets it over to Hickmott. Hickmott finds Lynn once again. Parkinson also out there. Lynn looking for somebody. Finds Hickmott. Tries to go inside, but that is intercepted there. Cole with the grab right around the hoop. So Cole still handling the quaffle, 95-70. We're almost 25 minutes into this one. Appears the rain has stopped. The sun is starting to come back out now. As Heald has it, passes it over to Jenneret. And Jenneret scores. Quick goal there by Jenneret. That makes it 95-80. So only a 15-point lead for Rochester now. Here's Anglem. Anglem hands it off to Michaels. And the whistle's blown. Waiting for the official call here. The officials convene once again. All 4 officials in there. So we've got 2 blue cards there.
2 blue cards. 120.
1 blue card on each team there. As Van Buren has it for Rochester, passes it over to Anglem. Back to Van Buren. Van Buren going for the bomb of a goal, but no good, misses it low. Cole gets it.
Y'all have 30 seconds.
So Cole still handling it. Van Buren trying to bring him down. Instead, Cole goes for the goal and makes it. We are now in a 5-point game.
Yeah, you've got 15 seconds. You're good.
Only a 5-point lead for Rochester now, 95-90. They were up by 35.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're good.
So Rochester unable to capitalize since catching the snitch. Here's Ashkar. He's guarded by Jenneret. Gets Jenneret off him very quickly. That was a beat. Here's Ashkar. Hands it off to Michaels. Michaels has a wide open lane. Pass it over to Paupor. Paupor tries to get it in, but is blocked. Here's Jenneret. Still a scoreless drought for the whiteout. Justin Cole with it once again. Pass it over to Heald. Heald gets it all the way out to Cole. Cole almost gets brought down by Paupor. And pass it over to Heald once again. Heald passing inside to Jenneret and scores again. Jenneret all over this game as Washington takes the lead, 100-95. Rochester on the currently in the midst of a absolute collapse after catching the snitch. It's a 40-0 run that the Admirals are on. Here's Gominiak. Gominiak, of course, caught the snitch, gets brought down, and it's recovered by Farnan. It's Washington possession once again. Cole passes it to Heald. Unbelievable, this 40-0 run that the Admirals are currently on. Cole passes to Heald. Back to Cole. It's like the two were playing catch. Cole looking for somebody. Sheridan comes behind him, doesn't get the handoff. Sheridan going behind the post. That one, the pass was on its way to Farnan, but it was knocked away by Ashkar. So it's Rochester ball. Ashkar taking his time. Tried to make the pass over to Paupor over the hoop, but Paupor unable to handle it. Here's Cole. Cole trying to get away from Gominiak. Here's Heald. Passing over to Mertens now. Back to Heald and now back to Cole. Cole back to Heald. The Admirals appear to be running some variation on the triangle offense. Here's Heald. Tries to pass inside to, that was Mertens in there, but pass was broken up and it's whiteout possession. Still at 100-95. Set score is 120. As Gominiak has the quaffle. Gominiak tries to score in the middle hoop, too low, in and out of the hands of Cole. As had a false whistle there. With it now is Farnan. Trudeau comes back in. Immediately receives the ball from Farnan and then passes it over to Heald. Ashkar comes up to defend Heald. Now over to Farnan once again. Farnan trying to break free, gets it to Trudeau. Trudeau almost loses possession, passes it inside to Heald for the wide open goal. That'll make the score 110-95. One more goal for Washington completes the comeback.
Yes.
So we are sitting at 110-95 now. Rochester in desperate need of a goal. Ashkar with it. Kiefer coming behind Ashkar, receives the handoff. Kiefer going around the right side. Going behind the goal. Going for the center hoop. Passes it to Giroso, who scores. Rochester finally ending the scoring drought. That was Giroso. That makes it 110-105. One more goal for Washington ends it. Two more goals for Rochester. Trudeau passes inside to Heald. Wide open for the win. And that'll do it. The Washington Admirals complete the comeback. The game is over, 120-105. And this is one that certainly won't sit well in the stomachs of the whiteout in the coming days. Two teams shake hands, say good game, show a little sportsmanship. Things may get chippy during the game, but a lot of these players are, in fact, friends and former teammates, maybe. It's a very tight-knit community, this Quidditch community. So we're going to wrap things up here. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Rochester Whiteout Quidditch here on Facebook. My name is Mark Rollins, and we'll see you next time.